I think for me, in my 20s, the center of my life was probably wife, kids, career, and probably faith fourth.
Like early 20s when I was still in college, it was all about me and how I was going to control things.
It was all about work, chasing the dollar, making sure that bank account was big enough.
What I felt like the point of my life was to survive.
If I'm honest, I don't think I ever thought about what the point of life was at that age. I just did life.
I was the poster child for drugs, sex, and rock and roll until that night when I asked for help and God heard me and He answered me, and that's where it started. The point of my life today is to try to live the life that He's called me to live for the benefit of others.
When God got a hold of me and I quit trying to control everything myself but turned the reins over to Him, I became less self-reliant and more God-centered and God-focused. I would often say that He beat me into submission. I realize now that He loved me into submission.
The point of life now is to make sure that everything I do, word and action, is honoring to God, not to me, but to Jesus.
I think my advice would be not to take yourself so seriously. We don't have it figured out. God's got it worked out. We need to get out of our own way and let Him have total control and just trust the process, trust the Lord.
So point of life now to me just is so much more relaxed. Where there used to be anxiety and stress, I feel peace and joy, and that comes from the Lord, because my days haven't changed that much. My days are still hectic and crazy, but I've learned, even more so recently, to just trust.
I've been an elder at the Church of 1122 for about 2.5 years now. Every time I walk into a congregation, I thank God for the opportunity to do what He's asked me to do. I just stop and pray for every single person in our congregation. You know, the chains will be broken, lives will be changed, and I just want people to know that their elders are praying over them constantly.
I go back to 1 Timothy. I mean, Paul lays it out fairly clear what an elder's supposed to do. So shepherd the flock, protect the pastors, and make sure that we're preaching the gospel, that we're aligned with the gospel. So I think that's the three big roles that I play as an elder.
I get an opportunity to mentor young men in my role as elder. Times what I'm sharing with young men is the importance of having a mentor in your life. To live in the role as an elder has just been one of the greatest joys of my life.